All right. PPD and Peoples. Storage wars in the house. We are done. Everything that you saw outside is now inside the garage. And that's what I did. I built this workbench. It is 8 foot by 2 foot. And then this way I could stack a bunch of storage crates or tubs down here. Get them out of my way. This is my 3D printer. This keeps all the dust out of it. So I can put her out here in the garage and not get any dust in it. Also works as a good heat tent. So that's where my 3D printer goes. I got all my screw guns, drill press, miter saw. I want to put a light over here. I've got plenty of light in the garage, but I'd like some more. I don't have a place for that yet. So maybe I'm premature on the storage wars, but I'll find a spot for this. Maybe out at the dumpster. It's all incandescent stuff. This is where I keep all my rebar, all my anchors, and other things. Let's see. Here's my Boscoyo 180 degree Dalek trees, I guess. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm assuming it's Dalek, D-A-L-E-K. This is where I've got some of my extra arches, HDPE tubing, 2-inch, what is it, Mastercar. This is my Halloween 4 by 4 foot spiderweb. These are my Boscoyo 168 node verticals. I have 5 of them from my house. This here is my 4 foot by 8 foot matrix, 1152 pixels, 2-inch spacing. What else do we got? This is where I keep my ASAP pole. This is the Overkill Metalworks top or 1/4-inch steel. Paint it, guys. All I can tell you is paint it. That's 2 years of rust. Actually, I painted this when I got it, and rust just goes through that paint. I used the high temp barbecue Krylon paint, I want to say. Maybe it wasn't Krylon, I don't remember, but it was a high dollar. Well, look, I'm no painter, so I'm sure I screwed something up. Anyway, paint it before you put it out in the weather. So I keep all of my ASAP stuff up here. My ASAP pole, that's an ASAP Senior Stage 2. My tree is 32 by 100, 2-inch spacing. It comes out to almost 21 foot tall with the topper on it, and my topper is over here. This guy is a 36-inch, 270 node star from Boscoyo. All my props are Boscoyo. There's the hot leg lamp on top of the hot water heater, so that makes that double hot, baby. Bunch of my props. That is on a rolling shelf, which one of my buddies that's in the biz, Mr. Sam Robb, told me was a great idea with the rolling shelves, so I listened to him and bought 1, 2, 3 of them. Actually, I got 4. Did I get 4? I might have gotten 5 of them and traded Tom Stallings a couple of them. I don't remember how many I got, but they're a bunch and they're movable. And if I need to get to something, like for instance, my air conditioner handler is behind those 2 double doors, I can just grab this guy just like this, even with one hand. See what I'm doing here? Move it out of the way and boom, I have access to what I need to get to. This is my workbench for soldering and just little tinkering with tiny stuff like, you know, boards and whatnot. The majority of my tinkering now happens over here. This is a 4 by 8 foot piece of birch 3/4 inch plywood. I guess it's not plywood. Yeah, it is plywood, but it's birch. It's nice. This is where I put a lot of my other storage down there, as you can see. This is my F48 control box. It's a bud box build. That is a 5-volt power supply. Fan going out to the bud vent. Here's the bud vents. Getting a little bit of airflow in there. F48. Power distribution card from J-Boards, Mr. Jeremy McElroy. We got a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus that runs the show on FPP. It's got a Sound Blaster Play 3, which goes out to a FM transmitter, which I normally have it pushed back in here. This is 3D printed back here. It's a little holder. It holds this guy in the way, but I was playing with it during the season, so I popped it out. But anyway, she pops right back in there. Comes out to this audio pigtail, which I have plugs into my dipole antenna, and that's how I get the music out to the peoples. Actually, I guess it's music. I was trying to be funny. Music is without lyrics, right? I'm an idiot. What do you want? 5-volt, 5-port switch that runs off of the power supply, or runs off of the power distribution board, so it's fused. All this is good. Then I have Ethernet out of one of these somewhere. Yeah, right here's Ethernet. That's an Ethernet port. That feeds the switch. That feeds the switch. Then it feeds all the other stuff. The F16, or I'm sorry, the F48, the Pi. And then also if I have stuff out in the yard that needs stuff, like for instance, I'll show you my F8 cult board here in a minute, and then that plugs in there as well. See right here, I just push a wire up through here, no big deal. God bless me, sorry about that. And over here is where I keep all of my differential receivers. They are all Harbor Freight ammo crates. They're all a little bit different. As I keep building them, I figure out new ways of making them easier, and sometimes new ways of screwing it up. So some of them have the pigtail of the RJ45 or the Ethernet cable already coming out of it. Some of them have the actual 8P8C bulkheads coming out of it. Like for instance, that one right. Can you see it? There she is, right there. What else? Oh yeah, take a look at this. This is an MTM case. You can get this off Amazon. I want to say these are $10 on Amazon. And let me tell you something. I gotta say, this is one of my favorite boxes. So what I had in here, let me bring this up in the light. Let me just show you people's what's up, just in case you guys don't have anything like this and you want to see, or maybe, hey, maybe it's your first year or second year and you want to see what's up. First thing, let me tell you something. Before we get into that, there's nothing like having a bunch of light. There's never been a time where I've been in my garage and I said to myself, gee, I wish I had less light in here. It's too blinding. That's never happened. So make sure you guys are installing enough light so you don't need a stupid flashlight with you. Alright, so this is a Hewlett Packard 750 watt power supply. Goes to a J-Boards vertical breakout board. And then from there, we got power, 12 volt to here. All the 5 amp fuses for the F8 8-porter. And then the cool thing about this is you can come out to RJ45s, right, for differential receivers. So all I used was a little white marker pen, white paint pen. Yeah, there we go. A white paint pen, and then marked all 3 of those. That makes it easy. You know, when I first started in this hobby, I would come down here, and this is what I did. I did the Canis Spader Christmas. I would take, and it works. Don't get me wrong, it works. But this is clear shrink wrap. I'm sorry, clear shrink wrap, shrink wrap, sure. Heat shrink. There we go. Those are the words I'm looking for. And then it's just printed paper from a computer. You know, open up Notepad, type in port 01 through whatever, and then print it out, cut it, you know, and then put it on there, stuff it in there, and then heat shrink it. So that's what I used to do, which was painstaking. But now, well, let me show you. Let me show you what. This is what I used to do. Then I said, no, forget that. Let's just get colored heat shrink, put it on there, and then take a marker and write on there. And then I finally said, you know what? I'm just gonna do what Sam Robb does, and I got me. Well, actually, he uses a silver Sharpie, but I got me a white paint pen. And now I just write on it with, and this is a whole season. So this sucker's been out there since, let's see, December 1st till January 8th, and it's been fine. And trust me, guess what? If it starts wearing out, I got some more marker for it. No big deal. All right. Back to Storage Wars. What else do we have here? So I built a top for this. This is, like I said, this is 4x8 table. And you can get these legs on Amazon. Listen, I'm not a carpenter. I know you guys, you're like, oh, look, Justin must be a carpenter. He's got a miter saw. No, I'm dumb, okay? I'm going to show you. Look. I don't have any skills, bro. Look, all right? That's not level. I'm not a carpenter, all right? I can make stuff work. I'm just, you know, look. I don't do wood, all right? Wood gives you splinters. I don't do wood. Okay. These are Amazon. They call them 2x4 basics. And you can get these legs. They also come with these as a set. So you can build a table. So I want to say that's like $70, and then the wood for the table. I think the birch was $65 for a sheet, and then the 2x4s are like $5 or $6 each. So I want to say for about $120, you can build a 4x8 foot bench, which is way cheaper than trying to buy anything online. So anyways, I built that sucker for the center of my garage. Then I built I got these 12x2s, put them on top of there so they'll hold some of my props as well. So up there are my 4-foot singing trees and my ice queen. And then on top of that, I got some more props. But anyways, I'm trying to utilize every single square inch of space in this garage so I don't have to pay for a storage, room, because I think that's just blown. I think that's a waste of money. I think if anything, try and store it on your land somewhere, even if you have to buy. Well, I digress. Who am I to say what to spend your money on? All right. This is my 7-foot tall twinkly light tray. Pretty cool. If you want to get one of these, I would suggest looking for them probably at the end of last month or at the end of December next year at your local Home Depot. They'll go down in price. I want to say this was a $600 tree, and we got it for, I want to say, $250. So it's been a lot of fun. Kids actually like playing with it. And each year we have 3 daughters, so we, right now Naomi got to pick how she wanted to set up the tree. So all season long she's gotten to choose what the colors and, the pattern and whatnot is. All right, what else do we have? Over here, got some more storage. Halloween props. This is my audio video receiver, and this bad boy, I pump this out to speakers out in the yard, and I run this off of FM. That way I can keep an ear on my FM transmitter to make sure that it's always transmitting. So I don't have any direct line from my show player, which is that guy right there, to the audio video receiver. Instead, it just runs off of FM. And, you know, like I said, if I have any snow or anything on the FM transmitter, I'll know because the speakers out in the yard are going to sound like crap, right? So that's a thought for some people who had not thought of that idea. 4-foot singing pumpkins from Boscoyo. What else do we have here? Here's my F16 V3 controller. I guess I'll pull this out for you guys. If you guys are still watching, I'll go ahead and take a peek at this. So it's going to require 2 hands here. Alright, so here she is. This is a F16 V3 with the 16 port expansion board, so it's 32 port. Runs off of 2 Hewlett-Packard 750 watt power supplies, 64 amps a piece, so that's 128 amps. No problemo, bro. We can run it all. This is actually a differential receiver from J-Boards, but I screwed up and flipped the polarity on the power in my first year and blew it up. So I cut off the little, I don't know what it's called. What do you think? Line converter? I don't know. Look, I'm a moron. I don't know. Whatever that stupid thing's called that I blew up, I just chopped it off because Jeremy said, hey. Because I said, hey, Jeremy, can I use this as a power, you know, as a power junction or power distribution board? And he's like, yeah, bro, just cut that guy off. That line conditioner doohickey mobobber. So I did that. Marked it power on the RJ45 with that silver paint pen. And that's how I do it. I am a firm believer in ferrules. I don't give a crap what anybody says. Everything that I own has a ferrule in it. Ferrule, ferrule, ferrule. Power is ferrule. You know, I'm not screwing around, man. If you want to do it your way, you do it your way. But everything I lied, look. You caught me. My fan. My little tiny $1.50 fan does not have ferrules on it. Okay, never mind. Oh, what else doesn't have a ferrule on it? What is this? What the hell is that going to? Is that going to my Pi player? Nope. Oh, that's powering my FM transmitter. All right, so you caught me. I guess if it's $5 and under, I don't put any ferrules on it. Oh, here's another one. What the hell are you going to? How dare you? Why aren't you ferruled? But take a look at that. See the look. See, that's why you should ferrule things. See that? See that little wire poking out right there? That means not all of the conductors inside the jacket of that wire are tied down. That can heat up over time if it needs that, you know, all the wires in there, and it can melt that. That would be a high resistance open, and that would melt that whole Euro or Phoenix connector. So don't do what Justin did there. Remember, do what I say, not what I do. So run ferrules on everything. And, oh, so what I do different on these is this is a Billy Zama move. He told me about these. I think it's a great idea. He hooked me up with these too because he's cool. These are RJ45 male to females bulkheads. So they come male and you plug them into the board, and then down here I've got them all labeled so you can just plug your Cat 5, Cat 6, E, whatever you want, Cat 5E, whatever, into those, and then you're not screwing around with these over time because they can go bad. How do I know? Because I have a bad one. Number 3 right here. I got it zip tied with a colored zip tie, so I know that one's bad. One of the 4 ports, or maybe 2 out of the 4 ports, I don't remember, are actually bad. Data just flickers on it, and it's not a anything loose. I've fully troubleshot it. It's something with the board itself, so there's nothing to be done about it. I don't know, maybe Pitts would fix it for me, but it's not a huge deal. I have plenty of ports, so that's that. Well, 20-minute video. Storage Wars, PPD. I don't know, what else can we talk about? I think I've bored you enough. This is where I keep some of my HDPE arches. These are from Harbor Freight. They're like J hooks basically, and I have them zip tied to the rolling cart, so I can just move them out of my way and they stay out of my way like that. What else do we have, guys? Do we want to talk about this real quick? I think this is ingenious. I just built this out and over my matrix. You know, everything that you gotta do is custom to your house, so, you know, I have to custom things for my house. So each of these 168 pixel vertical matrices, they all fit inside this little J hook from Harbor Freight. I want to say they're like $2.99 for a pair. So I think for $3 it keeps it up off the floor. I like it. Anyway, I think that covers the garage. And, yep, Storage Wars. See ya. Bye.